but here we are. Hey, and welcome to this unusual Wednesday morning live stream. Back from Onstage Monday, so we had an extra day in Brisbane, which was absolutely awesome. And I don't know that my mic is actually working. Is my mic working? Yes, it is. So we had an extra day an extra full day in Brisbane. Had a bit of a wander around to see some things that we hadn't got a chance to see during the actual Onstage event. Had a couple of meals out. Came home with some extra kilos that weren't necessarily in my carry-on. I can tell you we've been eating and drinking and having a lovely time while we were in Onstage, but we'll get on to a little bit more about that later on. There is a lot happening with Stamping Up at the moment, and I wanted to, before we actually start crafting, I wanted to go through a few of those with you. If you're a customer, this is relevant to you. If you're a demonstrator, it's also relevant to you, but if you have questions, please reach out to your upline. If they haven't explained some of these things to you yet, they really should. If your upline is not really aware of the changes, please reach out and I'm happy to go through them with you just so that everyone is aware. I'm just going to check that the video is popped up and everything is working and the volume is good and all those sorts of things. Where's my volume on this? Oh, I've got it down too far. Yeah, it looks okay. Okay, so as you jump in, please say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. If it's your first time, definitely let me know that as well. I can see Deb and Beck, two of my Brisbane partners in crime, on already. I don't know what they expect me to be showing. Maybe some incriminating evidence, but anyway, all good. So the first thing I wanted to go through with you all is the changes to our stamping rewards, which if you are in the South Pacific market, which is Australia and New Zealand, they will happen tonight. So if you're a customer or a demo and you log in tomorrow after about 6 o'clock in the morning that's local time, to pop in an order, you will notice that the change to the rewards has happened. So I made up a little graphic this morning just to remind myself what points I wanted to cover. If you're not a demonstrator, not a customer, this isn't of any interest to you, please just be patient with me and I'll go through these as quickly as I can. Okay, so the new customer rewards program. Why are they changing the program? Well, first of all, what is the current program? Under placing an order through Stamping Up at the moment, or up until midnight tonight, you basically put in an order for $250 Australian. So this is my market, $250 Australian, and you get 10% extra to spend. And you can spend that in that current order. So say you place an order for $250, you get another $25 that you can spend. You can add it to that order and get that value then. So that's been the rewards program forever and ever and ever. And, it was definitely time for a bit of a review of that rewards program to bring it in line with how rewards programs work more generally in this modern world. So that's basically why they've been reviewing the program. They've been reviewing it for quite some time, and they've finally come out with what they think is a good replacement. Because that point where you earn rewards is quite high, so a $250 order, not many people can afford those these days. Only about 40% of orders were qualifying for rewards. So 40% of people were actually putting in orders over $250 and getting that 10% reward. Under the new program, that reward threshold will be a lot lower. It'll actually be $35 Australian. So once you reach an order of $35 Australian, so that's before postage and after any other discounts are removed, you will get a 10% reward. So if you place an order for $35 before postage, you'll get $3.50 rewards. So what will happen with those is you'll get to take them off your next order. So rather than taking them off the order that you're in, you'll have an account and the rewards will go into that and you'll see them when you log in the next time to make an order. So the great thing about it is that those little rewards that you get on every order, so over $35, you can save them up. So you might put, $3.50 from this order. The next order, you can choose to take those rewards off, or you can just save and keep accruing those orders until you've got something pretty big and substantial, or worth popping in an order sometime down the track. So that's what the new rewards will be. Basically, over $35 Australian before postage and after any discounts, and you'll get a 10%. So you, as I said, you will get an account, and you can keep track of your rewards, or there'll be a part of your account where you can keep track of your rewards. I think we had a brief look at it at Onstage, and it basically just looks like sort of another screen in your account. Basically, it has the rewards that you currently have. It shows the rewards that you've already redeemed, and it shows the dates that those rewards will expire. So that's how you keep tracks of them. And as I say, as you build them up, you can use them as you go, or you can build them up till later. Now, the rewards will have an expiry date, and in the Australian market, that is 12 months. So any reward that you get now will expire in 12 months. So every time you log into your account, it will show you when your latest rewards are about to expire. So you know that you need to use those or lose them. So that's 12 months in Australia, and that's regardless of whether you earn those rewards or you're gifted them by a demonstrator. So that's a little bit different in Australia because we have some different loyalty reward laws in Australia. Okay, so that's how the expiry that you have to look after. Now, what you have to do, if you are a current customer and you only just log in as a guest whenever you order, you don't actually have an account, you just always log in as a guest, you will need to set yourself up an account to qualify for the new rewards program, okay? So you will need to have an actual account set up in your name that you use to order through. So also, if you are someone who normally just lets your demonstrator order for you, you will have to set up an account as well, and chat to your demonstrator about doing that if you're a little bit unsure about how to do that. They will help you, as I will if you're a customer of mine. If I usually order for you, reach out and we'll set you up an account together so you can then opt in and claim these ongoing rewards. It's totally private. Your demonstrator, or me, or your demonstrator will not be able to see your account or see how many rewards you've got or see if you've redeemed them or if you've shopped with someone else. That's all personal information, and nobody will have access to that except you. Okay, so that's the new reward system. As I say, in the South Pacific market, this kicks in overnight. So if you're one of my customers or a South Pacific Australia, New Zealand resident, you log in tomorrow, it will look a little bit different to how it looks today. As I say, I think this is going to be a great rewards program. A lot more people will qualify for rewards, and it's going to be great to save up and buy yourself that something special. Maybe something that you thought was a little bit expensive, you just save up for it over time, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. So anyway, any problems, as I say, if you're a customer of mine or anyone's, please reach out. And if you are a demo and your upline hasn't mentioned these things or you haven't read about them in the updates, please reach out as well. Okay, so that is rewards as we go. So what else? I'll come back to me. Back to me. So that's the rewards. Okay, reach out. Okay, so we're going to talk about, what else are we going to talk about? I've actually got a huge list of things to talk about today, and crafting is down the bottom. So please stay with me. We will get to some crafting eventually. Oh yes, okay. Now, one thing with the rewards, if you're a host or you've got a demo that uses the host code at all, that those codes are going to be abolished. So after tomorrow, no host codes, no workshop orders. So if you're someone who's got a host code or a workshop order that's sitting in your inbox at the moment, please sort that out and get it gone, because you wake up tomorrow, it will be gone. Okay, so one more thing. If you are a demonstrator, in April. One thing we learnt about at Onstage is the great April sales incentive. Now, this is relevant to customers. If you were thinking of joining Stamping Up during April, join my team. You can actually qualify for this sales challenge as well. And the gift that you get if you meet the challenge is this awesome tote bag. And the reason I wanted to show you the tote bag is because the pink that this tote bag is, it looks actually much better on my iPad than it looks on my computer. That pink is one of our brand new in colours. That's Strawberry Slush, I seem to remember. I've only heard the name a couple of times, but it's definitely the best strawberry colour you've ever seen. It just makes me look, it makes me hungry just looking at it. So this is a great stash, that a craft tote that you can, that demonstrators can earn if they meet the April sales challenge. If you would like to know more about that, if you're a demonstrator or if you're a customer who'd really love to join, please let me know. And in April, you can meet the challenge and earn that tote as well. It just depends what your title is. So if you're a bronze demonstrator, I think you have to sell or buy the equivalent of 300 CSV. So that's how we measure our sales. I'm silver elite, so I have to sell or by 1800 CSV. So watch out, customers. I might be coming at you in April so I can earn this awesome tote as well. Okay, sales incentive in April, maybe join. Okay, come back to here, I think. No, we'll go down to here. As usual, I have a funfold class in April. I haven't managed to show anyone it yet because I've been at Onstage myself. This month, or the 8th month of April, I'm using the theme of step cards. So these are the 3 step cards we're going to make in April. This one I think was called a dimensional stepper. It's got 2 little steps there, as you can see as well. This one was called a front door stepper when I actually looked at it online, so he's very cute as well. And this one I think was a pop-out stepper, but I've heard it called many things, but you know, there you go. I'm calling it a pop-out stepper. So that's how it qualifies for April's funfold. We're featuring I've got it over here. We're featuring because I've already bought enough for my VIP ladies, the lovely Garden Designer Series paper and the Starburst sequins. So if you purchase this class, you'll get a quarter of a pack of the paper, half a pack of the sequins, and that has plenty to do the 3 cards plus plenty left over. Plus you get the kits as well. You get the card stock all cut and scored and a PDF to show you how to put it all together. So that's funfold for April. I'll pop something up on my Facebook page to give you the details of pricing and stuff like that. So I'll just pop that back over with the rest of the paper. Okay, so that was funfold. Okay, so the new catalogue. I have my new catalogue here. And I tell you what, it is, it's really, 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 I'm really optimistic about this one. A lot of people were a little bit down on the last catalogue, myself included. It just didn't push many of my buttons. This one is a complete turnaround. And for those of you who were a little bit concerned last year about how difficult the catalogue was to navigate, don't worry. The pages are back with all the Designer Series paper listed. The pages are back with all the bundles listed, and the pages are back with the index. The index is back as well. So it's a much more familiar catalogue. It's a little bit skinnier than catalogues in the past, but we also have some online exclusives being released at the same time, which sort of bulks out the offering. Wonderful catalogue. I'm just about ready to finalise my list for customers to receive this one. But if you're not a customer and you don't have a demonstrator already, please reach out and I'm happy to pop you on my list for a catalogue as well. Keep in mind though, it does cost me money to send it to you, so please be at least open to the possibility of placing an order from me this coming 12 months. Anyway, there you go. So that's the catalogue. It's awesome. I can't show you inside yet, but you can tell it's definitely it's it's got some possibilities for me there that I'm really excited about. Okay, so that's the catalogue. Reach out if you would like one. So April's a big month because we'll have our last chance sale. Last chance sale is the where they clear the decks of all the retiring stock, and definitely with some great discounts, usually of up to about 60% on the stuff that they're retiring. So watch out for details of that. We will know the details of what's retiring and what's being discounted on the 1st of April. So hopefully that's not a terrible April Fool's joke by the time we find that. But no, 1st of April we'll know what the discounts are and what's retiring and what will be on sale. So of course the old in colours will go, so there'll be a chance to pick up, I assume, blends, DSP, not DSP, cardstock, markers, all those sorts of things, ink in the retiring colours, and there'll be lots of retiring designer series paper and stamps. There usually is, and bling and all those sorts of things. So watch out for details of last chance sale soon. Okay, so I think we're ready. I've got to the point where I can get onto Onstage. Okay, the reason I decided to have my camera looking at you this way, I'll just move my mic out of the way so hopefully you can still hear me, is because I wanted to show you, get it in the right place, I wanted to show you the bag we got. So generally we go to Onstage and all our loot, all our treasure is in a bag, and they're wonderful bags. They're usually a backpack or something like that, or some sort of tote. This one's pretty awesome. It's actually made of a sort of a rigid plastic sort of thing, so it's really, 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 really sturdy and can protect everything that's in there. Plus it's got this, and I'm going to have to go down on the floor a bit. It's got this removable liner, which if I can get it out, she says removable, but it's not going to come. Hang on, it's held in by these little boggle things. Oh, here it comes. There it is. I got it. It was just caught on something. This cute little removable liner here, see? So that's the inside of it. Now it's completely empty with lots of little pockets and things. So this will be great to pop on the desk when I'm going on to a craft retreat or when I've got classes, and you can keep all your stuff in there. It's got pockets. It's got little zippy bits and everything like that, and it's done my hair. I had a haircut yesterday. Probably should have gone before Onstage. I think I look at the pictures and I look like some crazy woman. But anyway, so I had a haircut now that I'm back from Onstage, probably a little bit late. Anyway, so that's what we got for our tote. And so, of course, the tote always has stuff in it. And I'll just show you the stuff that was in it. So I'm just going to move that to the side, and I'll move my camera down because then it's easier to see the stuff that was in the... Yeah, sorry, I'd moved the mic. I'll move it back in again now. I just had to move it because it was going to get bumped. Anyway, so hopefully you can hear me better now that I've moved my mic back in. Okay, so in our tote when we went to Onstage, you line up and you get your tote, and it was this cool binder. So it's a nice binder. It's got a pad on the middle there, a couple of little pockets. I might put my camera up a bit so you can actually see the whole a bit more. We'll go down again when we're crafting. So yeah, cute folder, nice and rigid, nice and hard. It's got the sort of little snap on the outside, and this really nice pen that goes with it as well. So that was in our tote. What else was in our tote? You girls, can you remember what else was in the tote? There was a pen, there was that, and there was, there's some spare handles, like the tote has a reversible sort of a handle thing. And I purchased some extra dosh, which was some of these magnetic bookmarks. I'm not going to show you too much because they're a gift for my team, so I don't want to ruin it for them. They won't. We don't want to ruin the surprise. So the tote came with that. I'm sure I'll find something else that was in there, but it was pretty awesome to have the tote and that, and we got our lanyard. Where is my lanyard? I haven't got my lanyard here. My lanyard with my ribbons and everything, but we won't talk about them. They're just ribbons, that's okay. Good morning. Yeah. Where are the Stamp and Write pens? They're going to online exclusives, Leonie. I asked that question myself as well. So, so they're going to online exclusive. I think just because they wanted to keep the catalogue postable and small. So it doesn't mean they're going out, because we did actually have them in pre-order. They're not going out or, disappearing. It's just that they've moved them to online exclusives. Okay, so that's what we got in our cool bag when we rolled up at the door, which was there. So we also did some crafting along, make and takes. And to do our make and takes, we actually got this awesome stamp set here, which is called Layered Thoughts. Okay, some nice big sentiments there. Well, they are biggish. Yeah, forgive mine. I didn't quite clean them properly when I finished. But you can see there the letters, probably a good 2 centimetres high. So that's a really nice big sentiment stamp there. So we used that. We actually used that to make a couple of make and takes. And plus we also got, not that one, these are the make and takes we made here. We've got some cards and some envelopes to muck around with. And we got this is a Memories and More. So a brand new Memories and More from the new catalogue. And we used those to make some cards during the first session of Make and Take. We actually got 2 sessions of Make and Take during the whole conference. So we made those cards on the first day with that stamp set and these cute Make and Takes there. Okay, so that was day 1. We also got given free the Greetings for All Mixed and Match ephemera sort of sentiments, but that's a current item, but we got given that as well, and we used that on the second day's Make and Take. So we got that there, and we got that, and we got that. So that's a really cool stamp set. Look for that one in the new catalogue when it goes live. And what else did we get? Oh, I did the out of hours. So we did Onstage after hours. So what Stamping Up have done, if they've introduced a sort of after hours paid stamping, so you pay for it on top of your Onstage registration fee, and you choose a bundle. So I chose the flowers because I wasn't at the time overly keen on the little tortoise there. You can see him, but now I see the tortoise. I think he's absolutely gorgeous, and I absolutely love him. So I got the Impressions a Bloom bundle as part of my Make and Take. So we used that one on the night session, and that's a really nice one. The dies are really cute, so watch out. As I say, these are in the new catalogue. You've got your flowers, you've got some leaves and stalks and things to use for that, but I'm really looking forward to using these large ovals as well. So yeah, so that's looking forward to using those as time goes by as well. So that's a bundle we got there, and we got a packet of assorted in colour cardstock. So this is a good one to show you what the new in colours are going to be for next year. So we've got a few, and we've got a packet of the 12 by 12 white as well. Nothing too, very, very nice to have. But this was the star of the show, that we actually got to see the in colours in person before they're actually go on to pre-order. So every year Stamping Up introduces some in colours, some new colours. They're sort of supposed to be modern and up to date and on trend, and every year we have a new one, and we have 5. So the old ones will go, and these are the new ones to replace them. And if I can remember the names of them, it's going to be an absolute miracle, but let's see how we go. And I'll give you a little bit of a description of them as we go, as to how they compare to some of the other colours. This was Darling Duckling. Are you ladies on? Can you correct me if I'm wrong? You know, I have a terrible, 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 terrible memory. This is Darling Duckling. Now, it's a yellow, but it's not as yellow as Daffodil Delight. It's got more of a, sort of like if Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple, no, Lemon Lime Twist had a baby, it'd be a bit like that. So it's got a greeny sort of tinge. Some people said it's more of a mustard, but I think it's more of a yellowy green, sort of a vegetal yellow. This is Timid Tiger, and it is basically, it's orange. There's nothing more to say pretty much about that. It's orange. It's very similar to, I was going to have to compare it to my pumpkin pie. I think pumpkin pie is a bit darker. So it's actually a lighter orange. So probably somewhere between pumpkin pie and peach pie. So that's our Timid Tiger. This is our strawberry slush, the colour of that tote there. So it's, I think this one from before my time, it's actually a returning colour. So it must have been popular back in the day. So that's strawberry slush. What do we compare that to? More melon mambo. Would it be sort of a melon mambo-y sort of colour? Where's my melon mambo? I'm going to be doing some crafting with melon mambo in a second. Oh yeah, so it might be a bit lighter than melon mambo, but it's definitely that sort of pink. This one, I think this is my favourite. This is Cloud Cover. So it's like a grey blue. For those of you who have been around for a while, if you remember, there's one called Soft Sky, and that's so old. That's my old ink pad there, Soft Sky. It's like a greyish soft sky. So this one is it's a really lovely colour. A little bit of bad news with this one. So if you go to order it either as a demonstrator or a customer, right towards the end of the testing process, Stamping Up found that this colour didn't stay true when you stamped it. Over a matter of time, it would actually turn grey. That's the ink. The ink would turn grey, and so it ended up looking grey. And I've actually got an example here to show you from scrapbooking page that we did during the second of our crafting, our make and takes. So it's so we can't get the ink at this stage. It's they've taken it back to the drawing board to try and get to solve that colour shifting issue. So we will get the designer series paper that features it. We'll get the cardstock. We'll definitely get the markers because I've got those on order, and I think we're going to get the blends as well. But the ink might be a little while off. So also that means there won't be a bundle with the new inks. You'll have to order them individually, at least for the moment, until this one they sort the problem. And fingers crossed they will sort the problem. We all probably remember the purple posy incident of a few years ago where we never actually got that colour. Hopefully we will get Cloud Cover because it is stunning. And this one is actually, this is called Secret Sky. I got them, didn't I? I got them all. Secret Sky. And it looks really, 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 really black, but it's more of a really dark blue, but almost a really dark blue-green. I suppose it's sort of a dark night sea. I reckon if you put some black ink with your Pretty Peacock, I reckon you get pretty close to this one. Okay, so it's that sort of darky green Secret Sea, yeah. It's dark, dark, dark Pretty Peacock. Okay, so it's really stunning. And I've got some again on a scrapbook layout that we did during Onstage. I've stamped with that as well. They tempted us with the ink pads during the after hours session and then whisked them away, so we weren't allowed to keep them. I know some of them ended up in people's bags, but we weren't supposed to keep them at this particular Onstage. They were, as I say, whisked away. So that's our in colours for 2025 to 2027, and honestly I can't wait to see that, to get using them. Deb suggests Seaside Spray. Yeah, here's my Seaside Spray, Deb. I had a bit of a play with that this morning. It's actually, if I put that near, it's actually a bluer. So it's funny. It's actually a funny one. It's actually more of a grey than a blue. It's an indeterminate colour. I've actually done a little bit of experimenting this morning, and I stamped both Balmy Blue and Smoky Splate on the same image, and I got pretty close. I'll show you in a sec. that's just me experimenting on how I can get the colour as close as I possibly can. Okay, so Onstage freebies. Oh, I was just going to show you. I was so pleased to actually get Deb and Naomi and from my team. It's the first time I've ever had team members come to Onstage with me, and I hope Naomi doesn't mind this. But we had a lovely time. We wore our T-shirts. We sat together, and we got right into the whole spirit of the occasion. So there's me and my girls. Hoping to have more chatty stampers join us next time. So if you're part of the team or you join the team in the meantime, please, please, please come along. We had an absolute blast. A little hiccup on day one, but we'll try and forget about that. Yeah, we had a great time. Had lots of meals out, crafted together, and lots of laughs. A few tears as well, which was lovely. Sometimes you just need to cry now and then. But it was just lovely being with my girls. And we were, as I say, we were silly sometimes. We were very silly. Definitely an example of what happens at Onstage should most definitely stay at Onstage. But we had a blast. So Jan didn't want her badges back after I'd put them like that on my T-shirt. But anyway, she got them back anyway. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to show you from Onstage. I do want to show you my swaps as well, but we might do some crafting first and then I'll show you my swaps after. So if you're not particularly interested in the swaps, you can sign off then, but if you're interested in the swaps, please hang around till after we've done some crafting. So what I thought I'd do is cheat a wee bit and get the book from our after hours session. And, oh no, you can't see that. You can only see me. That would be bad. So I'm going to bring my camera back down a bit because I know it's focused a little bit lower. Okay, I'm going to use the booklet we got from After Hours. So what they did was, which was really awesome, they gave us all the projects to do at the time or at Onstage. So these are all the projects that we actually did. Well, not all of them, because some people had the turtle and some people had the flowers. So I had the flowers. And then they gave us some extra ones, so some extra projects that we can do, so some sketches there as well. So lots of extra scrapbooking layouts. If you're a demonstrator who's come from the Stamping Up side, if you were at Onstage, I'm sure you noticed that there was a lot more scrapbooking there. Which was awesome because I haven't been a scrapbooker for many, many years. So to see all those scrapbooking ideas was really, really great. So lots of scrapbooking ideas with both of the featured sets, and then we had some extra card ideas as well. So these ones are sort of stepped up. There's a little bit more to them than we actually did for our session there. I'm going to give this one a go because I think it's really cute. It's using the Impressions of Bloom stamp set and some really nice colours. So let's give that one a go and we'll craft that one together. Now I'm going to have to tidy up a bit because I've got such a mess, an absolute mess. Bear with me. I'm going to pop everything back in the tote. Oh, I forgot to show you my. I'll do that later. The best thing about Onstage, sometimes some would say the best thing about Onstage is prize patrol. So we had some pretty awesome freebies in prize patrol. Forgive me, I keep moving away. This was my prize patrol prize along these lines. So you can see it's obviously line drawings of all these really cool. There's a tiger and a sort of a flower and whatever that would be, like a dolphin, a little puppy dog, and a bike, and a bird, and a cake. So obviously they're meant to then, they're meant to sort of go with that line and sort of go across the page like that. So I haven't played with it yet. I'm really looking forward to playing with it. But that was my prize patrol. So that was one of 3 freebies, depending on what number you had for prize patrol. So bear with me. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff that we've been looking at. There's my catalogue. I'll get rid of that. Pop that back in the bag. Okay, I'll pop that on the floor, and then we can actually craft. Okay, so as I say, I'm going to make this one here. I think it's a fractured card. slightly different to the fractured card that we did during the make and takes, but it's got a lot more colours and a lot more stamping for a start. So it's got 3/4 there. We're dividing our card into 3/4, and each quarter will have a different colour flower. So let's have a look. Let's see how we go. I've never done this one before, but hey, let's see. I'm sure I can follow instructions as well as the next person. So I haven't even actually done my card base yet. So let's grab some white cardstock. And it says I want a piece of white cardstock. Cut to masking paper. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. We want a 3 1/4 by 5. 3 1/4 by 5. Let's have that. We're going to pop that onto a normal size card base, so we'll leave that for the moment. 3 1/4 by 5. And it says to trim down some of our wonderful masking paper. So let's get that happening as well. So this is our masking paper. It's in the catalogue now, and it's one of those staples that hopefully you never lose. And it says I need 2 1/2-inch strips. So 2 1/2-inch strips. Let's do those. Okay. Narwhal. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. He does a bit look like he's got that sort of what's the word? The sort of line looks like his little tusk thing that narwhals have. Okay, so I'm going to, hopefully I haven't left myself. I'm going to have to rip the backing off this. Where are you? There we go. And it says to lay those, the sticky side. Now, this masking tape is sticky, like it is mega sticky. So what I normally do is to make it a little bit less sticky, is to just rub it on my shirt or my jeans or just somewhere, just to remove a little bit of the stickiness. Just because if you don't, sometimes it just brings the cardstock with it, which is not what you want. So we're actually just laying that masking tape across. It does actually have a little opening in it, but I've cut it the wrong way, so I can't actually get the opening. I'll have to rip it, separate them with my fingernails. There we are. Okay, and again, I'm just going to unstickify that a bit. So if you're a demonstrator watching, are you excited about the new rewards and what that can do for your business if you're running it as a business, or just for yourself as far as your rewards is concerned? I know I try at the moment to save up my orders so that they're nice big orders, so I get the 250, but now I won't have to do that because I'll get my rewards sooner. So yeah, how are you guys feeling about that change and what it'll do for you or not for you? So we're going to Impressions of Bloom. Going to use, now there's a little, the way this stamp set works is there's 3 sized daisies, I suppose they are. We'll show, this is easier to see. 3 sized daisies, they have a background stamp and a detail stamp. So normally you'd do 2-part stamping, you'd do one in the dark, one in the light, and you get a lovely 3D style daisy. This one doesn't use the detail, it just uses the little blocky background stamp and the little centres as well. So yeah, that's really cute. So let's stamp that. Okay, all right, I'm going to change it slightly from the picture because they've actually got little die cuts there as well. I'm just going to use the stamps. So 4 different quarters of our card. We're going to use 4 different types of colour. So we're going to use a light version and a dark version. So I'm not using any of the in colours because my my pre-order hasn't arrived yet, but that's okay. So if I'm going to use a light orange in the peach pie and a darker orange with the pumpkin pie. So I'll do the light first. I'm just going to pick a quadrant, pick a quarter, and just stamp with the lighter of the two, which is the peach pie. Made myself worried then. I thought I'd picked up the wrong one. And just going to not leave much room between them, and just do that. And as you can see, the masking tape is sort of keeping that orange quarter to itself. Then I'll get the dark one and I'll use the little detailed centre and pop that there on the edge, and use the darker one and just give them their little centres. There we go. So that's that there. Okay, so we'll swap away from our orange now and we'll go to the green quarter. So for the green quarter, the directions suggest garden green and shy shamrock. Not two greens I would normally put together, but let's see how it goes. Just get rid of the orange. Same sort of thing, we're just going to use that little daisy there. So the lighter of the two is the shy shamrock. Down here again, go off the edge and onto the paper. But not too far that you go onto the so far that you go onto the next door quadrant. Oh, that's a little bit too close together. That's okay. There we are. So that's our green shy shamrock flower. And then I'll use the garden green for the little insides. So I don't know if did I mention that next Onstage is in Sydney? So they sort of rotate around the major cities. So as I say, if you join my team or are a current demonstrator, you can enrol for Sydney next year and join the fun. And hopefully, we were very pleased that we could get to Brisbane because it obviously just had the cyclone go through, but thankfully it didn't stop anything from happening. Okay, so the pinks I'm going to use the Melon Mambo for the light one and the Blackberry Bliss for the darker one. Again, just working our way around our quarters. No idea what they say to do next. I'm hoping it's just pop it on a card base, but we'll see. So Blackberry Bliss for our little insides. That's it. And then our last one is our blues, my favourite colours, our blues. We've got Azure Afternoon as the lighter and Blueberry Bushel as the darker. this is very cute. Using the ink pads at Onstage, you realise that all my ink pads need re-inking, so I may have to have an afternoon of re-inking. Sort of realise what a nice, well-inked stamp pad makes it so much easier, and mine are all a wee bit dry. There we go. So we'll clean those off. We don't want any disasters. What does the instructions say next? Remove masking tape and create a stitched lines with your take your pick tool and the crafting tip and ruler to guide you. Oh, I can't quite see what they've done there. Stitch lines. Oh, okay. Remove the masking tape and create stitch lines on the white lines using your take your pick tool with rotary tip. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have the rotary attachment to my take my pick tool, but I know what they mean, so we'll do it a different way. So they're actually putting just little dotted score lines in there, so it looks in that white in there. So we'll grab my trimmer, and we will grab I use this one. I've got this from old years ago for a stylus sort of end. So what I'm going to do is line that up with the grooves on and I don't think I'll bother with it stitched. I'm just going to use and use it as a solid line. So I've lined that up with the edge there as even as I possibly can. I'm going to make sure I use my scoring blade, not my cutting blade, and just pop a little score line there and move it over about 1/4 of an inch, and then a score line as well. So that's the look they're going for, but they're expecting it to be sort of like a stitched look rather than a straight line. So I'll do it with the other side as well. Just score it and move it about 1/4 of an inch and score it again. Okay, so that's the look they're going for. But as I say, they would use the rotary tip, and it would look like stitching rather than a straight line. Okay, so that's there. That's easy enough. Die cut small flowers here. I'm not doing that. Curl the edges, add rhinestones. The instructions aren't particularly complete, but that's all right. We can work out what they're doing. So we're going to use our sentiments. So we're going to use thanks so much for being there. So that's all out of that. So, and we're using black ink. That's easy enough. So I'll grab a piece of white, and then we're going to use black ink. I need to cut myself a card base eventually. So thanks. We're going to trim this down so that they're all on little individual rectangles. So very much. For being there. Okay, grab the scissors. You could trim those with your trimmer. I'm just going to do them with the scissors. they are going to go on our card front with, I'm going to use dimensionals. They haven't there, I don't think, but I will. Thanks so very much. Ooh, for being there. So a bit like that is how they've got it. We'll grab some dimensionals. I think I'm going to have to use little ones for this smaller one, so we'll just stick to little ones all round. I'm going to pop it on a white card base, which I haven't cut yet, but we will. Okay. Now I'm going to add some bling. I don't think they've added bling, or they have added the rhinestone gems. What I'll do is I'll show you the bling, the in colour bling, and we might see if we can find a colour of that suits. Have I not taken the backing off that? No, I haven't. Cute, very cute. We want a card base. Where have I got some piece big enough for a card base? Yes, that's big enough for a card base. So I want it to be, what have they got at 5.5? 5.5, yep. Depending on if that's American sizing. How wide was that again? 3, 3.25. 3.25, 5.5, 3, 5.5, 3.25. That's going to make it, that's a bit weird. It's a funny sizing, that one. Let's see. There we are. So that there is going to have to be, yeah, 3 3/4. I think. That is a funny sizing for a card base, but that's okay. We can live with that. Need to trim a blade, Julianne. We'll pop that on there. No ribbon on that. We didn't get any ribbon, strangely enough. Anyway, that's okay. So the bling, it should be in here somewhere. I'm surprised I didn't bring it out. Where are you, bling? There it is. So this is the bling that goes with the in colours. So this is the 2025 to 27 in colour flat pearls. They're very blingy. You can see little flat pearls there. We've got them in the Secret Sea, the Cloud Cover, the Pump, I'm going to call it Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling and Strawberry Slush. So there, let's see what goes there. Maybe the Strawberry Slush. I think that's the best colour combo there, I think. Well, let's do Strawberry Slush. They've actually used rhinestones in the guide, but let's lose. If we've got new bling, let's use it. So where have they put the bling? It's a bit hard to tell. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, they've used lots of bling. We're not going to use that much. That's a bit of a waste. But we'll use 3. Then we'll just use that little bit of bling there. Just glue that onto its card base. And this little guy is done. And I can show you the other projects as well if you're interested in seeing them. Oh, swaps. Swaps. Is anyone interested in seeing swaps? Probably take about 10 minutes. There's some lovely ones there. I can always come back in a later video. But I might just whip through them just to show you some lovely ideas from other demonstrators. So there's our card. There's our card from from the Onstage. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that. So we'll keep going with swaps. Okay. I hope you grabbed a cup of coffee. This is a long video for me. I really like that card. I love that technique. That's really nice. Okay, I'll just show you the projects we made. Okay. Now, this is my solution to the cloud cover issue. I had my smoky slate. I brought it together with my balmy blue, and together they sort of make a sort of bluey grey. That was the first stamping, and that was the second stamping. And I think in this light, I think it's a pretty good estimate for the cloud cover. There's my Seaside Spray, which is a little bit too blue, and there's my Soft Sky, which is a little bit too too green. So, yeah. So if I'm going to have to be a long time without, cloud cover, we might see a little bit of a smoky slate, balmy blue marriage happening. So that's what I was playing with last night. And it was really dark in the craft room. I wasn't quite sure what colours they were, but they seem to have gone okay. So my projects that we've made, this is the second day of craft along session. Everyone did this one. This was all free. And this is a scrapbook page or a double layout. I did it as a double layout. You can't quite see, and the lights, I've covered that light a million times. This is using the flowery stamp, the Impressions of Bloom stamp set. I've got a quarter of a piece of white, whisper white or willow white, whatever you want to call it there, and I've stamped the flowers in now this one here, if we get it nice and close, this one here is the cloud cover, the way it comes out at the moment, and you can see that definitely has shifted grey. So it's more grey than blue now. You can even see it just next to the cardstock there, how much it's faded out. And you can see there, that is our gorgeous, gorgeous Secret Sky. And I don't know if you can see that is a beautiful dark, dark blue-green. So that's the first page. We used, I've added some extra flowers. That wasn't part of the design. I just thought it needed a little bit of something else. Little journaling box there, two small photo places, and some bling there as well. And we used the sentiments from the Greetings for Everything ephemera. So there we are. So that's on a garden green background. And then I worked out the second page because I can't handle half a layout. It has to be a double layout. That's just me. And I used the same thing with another half of the stamped white, a bigger photo this time, the ephemera, and some more stamped flowers as well. So that's my other page there. So that's the page we made for our make and take, and that's the double layout that I worked out when I came home. So there we are. So that was one of our projects, and I'm not quite sure where my cards are, but we made. I'll show you. Oh yeah, you saw the ones we made with the mix and match, and we also made these two here as well. So we made those two as well. So that one was just a very basic version of what we've just done, and this was a lovely flowery one as well. So they're the two that we made with the Impressions of Bloom. Okay, swaps. My swaps are down here. We'll just go through them really quickly, and you'll see some lovely, lovely, lovely ideas here. These are the ones I made. I made a pink one, a blue one, and this yellow one. The yellow one is the one that's left over. A little, you probably saw me make it on a video, and it's got a little thing of, it's a little matchbook treat box, and it's got some M&Ms inside. So I had a couple of those left, which I'm going to give to my team. When next time I see them, you'll get the leftovers there. So let's work our way through this little box of wonders. So this was a little bag. Obviously, it's used we had a cardstock a few years ago that was really, 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 really thick and wonderful for bags and things. And this was from Carol Clark, and it's called Share What You Love Designer Series paper. She's made a cute little bag there, and it had lollies in it, which was really nice, but they're mostly gone. As I say, I came home with a bit extra weight that wasn't necessarily in my suitcases, and swaps was definitely something to do with that. This little cool one here was from Diane Furness. There we are, and she's made that little yum. She tells me that I haven't opened it yet. She told me there was a little kiss in there, I think. I haven't worked out how to open it. How do I open it? I don't want to break it. Does it slip through? No, I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to try and open it, but there's a little something in there. It's a little triangle little box there. That's really cute with yum on the front. That's really nice. Here, this one here, this is a really cute. This had Easter eggs in it, and also they have been eaten. But I'm thinking I'm going to use this for giving some Easter eggs to my mum. It's another little triangular box, sort of larger than the first one, and it's actually got a little magnetic closer there. You can feel it snaps closed. And that one was from Marie Bennett from Stampin' Bee. So that's really nice, that one. And I like the way and it opens up like that. As I say, it used to have Easter eggs in it, but it doesn't anymore. So that's really nice. It's got the lovely toadstool paper. I'll go through the 3D projects first and then we'll get to the cards. This is Nancy's Nifty Notes, a Tic Tac holder. Oh, yeah, you can see there, little box. Just the size for some Tic Tacs and some ribbon, little butterfly. That's really cute. My dearest friend Jen Casey, she gave me a calendar so I can start counting down to next Onstage. So it's a 2026 calendar, so she's thinking ahead. That's my friend Jan. She loves to think ahead. She's got her little business card there. So if you're ever interested in any 3D craft storage units, you've probably seen on my Facebook many times. That's Jan's details there. That's a bit of promotion there, Jan. Yeah, lovely A-frame calendar there for the craft room, as I say, to get ready for 2026. They're mine. I don't want to see those. Okay, so we've got actual cards. Let's get rid of the box and we'll get to the cards. We made the mistake of not taking our it's a puzzle, Deb. It's stopping. It's a good way to be on a diet. If you can't get to the food that's in the box, you can't open the box. So there you go. It's a good way of being on a diet. Yeah, we've made the mistake of taking or leaving our swaps behind on day one. And by the time day two came along, everyone had swapped. So we had to chase people down and corner them into swapping with us. But there's some beautiful swaps there as well. This one's gorgeous. These are my colours, aren't they? By the looks of things, it's using the arches and the beautiful landscape paper that we've got and the pressed metal embossing folder and some gold twine there. And that's from Marianne Hamilton. That's really nice. I think that's one of my faves. This one's really cute too. This is Beck's House of Craft. I am a gift card holder. Oh, that's cute. Let's see if we can get it out and have a look. I don't want to ruin Beck's beautiful sticker there. Let's see if I can get it out the end without ruining her sticker. Yes, I can. Okay. Oh, nice. So a little gift card would go in there. And there's a little bookmarky thing. Oh, some people are so clever. And that obviously uses the Mediterranean blooms paper as the background there, and the gorgeous mixed floral stamp set. Nice. I love that a lot. I like that. That's a really nice little gift there. What else have we got? This is lovely. Look at that layering and texture in that one. That's beautiful. Some people really have a knack, don't they? It's just all earthy and sort of there. And that is from Ellie Barnes. So many people you've never met before, and they pop up and they give you beautiful things like that. Here's a nice one with our trusty tools. That's really cute. That's from Tony Houston. I think that was somebody's husband, a supporting demo. Yeah. Best friends ever. Cute, cute, cute. My colours as well. You can tell I was attracted to the ladies who had blue cards, and that's from Shauna Murphy. And another one, blue cards. So happy to celebrate you. Again, that same paper that we saw on that other card, the first card, and that was from Barbara Hudson from from New South Wales. She's usually, and it's really nice, they give you a recipe on the back so you know what to use to actually make the cards. There's our beautiful butterflies. Some lovely layered centre punches there. That's from Melissa Swingler. Okay, beautiful butterflies. Yep. Nice. Look at this gorgeous one here. Oh, upside down, Miss Jane. There we go. So that's, I can't remember what that one's called. Has she written what it is? Lovely and Sweet. Yes. And that's from, are you telling me who you're from? She thinks you're going to be anonymous. Hang on, I'll have a look. Yes, so many clever people, Deb, that's for sure. That was from Leanne. I should have known. Are you still on, Leanne? There's your swap. So clever, clever, clever. I love that, the way it shines and glistens. So that's from Leanne, who does my classes as well and is often here on videos. If you've lasted this long, there's your swap. It's world famous now. This one here is pretty. It has the, I can't remember the name of the paper now. She got it there. Happy birthday, don't forget, Splatterthorpe, wildly flowering. And that's from Anne Linnett, my dear friend Anne. There we are. Here we go. Another blue one with the planes this time. And that's from Anne as well. I got two from Anne. I am spoiled. That's a card I got from my upline Donna. There you go. Clever as usual. Our lovely number one in Australia, Donna. So that's my card from Donna. And another beautiful butterfly one. That looks like I got that one twice. I did. There you go. I'm lucky I got that one twice. That's from Anne, from Melissa. And this one here is from, I can't read the name there, but that's using the wonderful, this from the City Sights kit. There we are. That was a lovely kit, that one, really atmospheric. Goes quite well with Brisbane where we were. So that's really nice. I can't unfortunately read the name on the back of that. I think it's Murray. Anyway, it's lovely. Sending you a hug. Oh, this is a little booklet, I think. Yeah, it's a little notebook there. That's cute and sweet. And she didn't put her name in it, sadly. That's a good thing to have, isn't it? It's a good idea. Some lovely blue flowers again here. This is from Sarah, can't quite see it, Morrison. Here you are. And this one here, it's using these crayfish lobsters thing. I couldn't get the hang of this this bundle. I just didn't, the colours or something threw me. I'm not quite sure. The images weren't really me, but when you see somebody do something like that, you sort of wish I'd got onto it a bit sooner, but I didn't. Too late now. This is from Melissa Packer. She's given her lobsters a little bit of bling with some Wink of Stella there, I think, as well. Best friend ever. And that's using, this is the corrugated embossing folder, which I haven't got, but it's going to be in a future order because I saw some wonderful corrugated backings on things. It's our beautiful blues. That's from the Everyday You and Me paper there, which is really, really nice. And that's from Anne Matassi. Anyway, it's lovely. It's just some people just have a knack, don't they? Have an eye. I think my dear Margie, if she's still on, she has an eye that I really admire and secretly am very jealous of. So I don't quite have that eye myself. There we are. This one's using the watercolouring block technique in the background there. You just basically ink up your block, give it some squirts with some water, pop it down on your cardstock, and she's probably used watercolour paper there, I would say. You get some lovely shifting colours, and she's stamped it with a fern there in black. So beautifully simple, wonderful for a swap, but really effective as well. And that is from Caroline White. There we are. Oh, you are on there, are you, Margie? Yes, you are. Very clever lady. This one using our beautiful, what was it? I want to say lavender. Yeah, lavender paper. Love those colours together. Probably not colours I would normally go for, but they look really, really nice together there. Sort of like a pink and a green. It'd be Petunia Pop and one of the other in colours, the Shy Shamrock, I reckon. and that's from Kim Flenady. I'm going to use all these cards. Now this one, I remember getting this one and thinking how clever it was. Oh, this is from Rochelle Laird Smith. Now, Laird Smith. Rochelle actually presented. So there she was, she up on stage, and then I found her afterwards and she swapped with me. But her presentation was amazing. I hope you guys get to see a replay of it at some stage. But she's put so much effort into the layering of this swap. Absolutely incredible. And again, she's used that corrugated cardboard backing there for extra effect. But no, her presentation was absolutely amazing. So hopefully you'll be able to see that. And my friend Sharon, she presented as well. I did go mad at her because she didn't tell me she was presenting. I was quite, yeah. But then I suppose I didn't tell her last year either. So we're even now, Sharon, if you ever watch the replay. This is Kayla. Yep, this is Kayla. This came from Kayla Renee. Probably a lot of you know Kayla. She's in Devonport. So we only ever, so close together, but we only ever catch up once a year. Yeah, so she's used that hybrid embossing folder that we've got. No, the masks that we've got at the moment. Really, really nice. And again, the corrugated iron, that's very popular. Corrugated cardboard, that's wonderful. Kayla has a wonderful eye for layering and colour as well. I really admire her stuff. She's way more artistic than me. I think she's been on the artisan group as well in the past. So really lovely eye. She's used the Thankful Garden. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I'm going to give that to my mum and pretend I made it. Here we go. This is from Jenny Gregg. And I think that's a funfold too by the looks of things. There. And the gorgeous, this is the plaster embossing folder she's used on the right-hand side there. And the Spotlight of Nature dies there. I'm only telling you what I can remember because I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about. This one's so cute. I remember getting this one. This was from Katrina Lindsley. She's under Ellen. Oh, yeah, okay. And I love that. I love this little guy. He's so happy. He's part of that Friends pack, and he's got that little kite there. Yeah, that's a cutie. You can tell I got that one. That's blue. This one was intriguing when I got it. It's from Tanya Forsyth. Looks like it's a little tag, a couple of little tags. Oh, yeah, in a little envelope there. So you could put a gift card in there or a tea bag or something. It's a lovely little design. It's got our cute little storybook friends there as well. That one's nice. And this one I wanted to open because it's got something in it which has got me intrigued. It's from Frances. Frances, you're usually on too. She's got a little tie there, and I think she said there was an inspirational saying on the inside. She's a very clever lady. Friendship is one of the sweetest joys of life. It's so true. So true. I've never laughed so hard in 3 days as I laughed with my beautiful team and friends over the few days. So friendship definitely is very special. So thank you, Frances. That's a lovely swap, that one. And this is the one, I bought this one last because the lady bought this out and I was just so pleased I caught up with her. She's actually made a little clay heart there, and she stamped in it with the stamp a leaf stamp, and you can see how it glimmers. She's actually used the glimmer paint to make it shine. And it's just a little, I don't know, what a little tag, you put it on as a tag, a luggage tag. It's probably a little bit fragile for luggage, but just on a keychain or something like that. It's really, really Libby Stanley. I think she does 3D, this sort of thing every year. She's so clever. Air dry clay. There you go. Isn't that special? I was so glad I got to get that from her. And with little wooden beads there as well. I'm just going to hang that from my craft room storage and have it there as a keepsake. But anyway, very clever lady, Libby Stanley. Okay, so that's all my swaps. We did well, didn't we? There's some lovely stuff there, some excellent 3D projects as well. And I haven't eaten all the lollies yet, just getting there. Most of them have gone. But as I say, with meals out, definitely came home at least a kilo heavier after 5 days. I was doing really well. Anyway, so thank you for joining me, ladies, and thank you for staying around to see my swaps, those of you who are still there. If you're, maybe you would have seen yours there if you were still around. But yeah, it was a great weekend, great week, absolutely amazing. And hopefully I'll see lots of you next year. Hopefully I'll see a few more of my Chatty Stampers team there as well, if you decide to join us in Sydney in 2026. So anyway, it's been a long video from me. You're probably very, very, very sick of hearing my voice. I hope you've learnt something, seen something you like. Looking forward to the new catalogue as much as I am. And we'll start this whole new year of adventure together as we work our way through the great new products. So anyway, I will hopefully get my pre-order tomorrow or Friday. So Saturday's video will have lots of new stuff as well. So your heads will probably start spinning by the time we've worked our way through. We won't forget the current catalogue and the current online exclusives. We'll still work our way through those as well, but we'll have a little smattering of some new stuff to keep us all excited. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for staying with me. Any questions about anything you've seen, please reach out, and I will see you all again on Saturday.